Hello there guys, welcome back to another episode of E&Ftv. Today we're at the NoVacancy conference, the first time it's ever been in London. I've been really looking forward to this one. I cannot wait for the day to start. It's already massively busy. I can't wait to start listening to some of the talks, but also there's a few appointments that I've already got, which I'm looking forward to. Familiar faces, new contacts. It's going to be a great day. So why don't you take a look around and we'll see you towards the end. Christian, thank you so much for taking some time out away from your stand. I really appreciate it. Can you give us a bit of an insight into who Happy Hotel is?
Yeah, absolutely, would love to. So what Happy Hotel does, it's an AI-driven revenue management tool that works on autopilot.
Right.
So what the system basically does is when you connect it to a PMS, so property management system, it analyzes the historical data, can go back until 2012, analyzes like pickup, booking speed, seasonal fluctuations and so on, provides the user with a forecast, takes that into consideration for the price finding, but also takes into consideration data like, for instance, your competition, events, and so on. And based on all the data, it always provides you with the best possible price for that date. And furthermore, it takes into consideration that makes a difference to other tools, your occupancy rate. So let's say next Sunday, if you have an occupancy rate of 20%, the tool most likely will tell you, drop the price in order to create a demand, and then step by step we're going to increase the price again in order to generate the best possible revenue for the hotel.
Harry, thank you so much for taking some time out. I know I've just taken you away from the stage and a load of people wanted to ask you questions and whatever, and I'm pretty sure you had a fan in the audience, which was kind of cool as well.
Amazing.
I was going to say, that's really cool. Harry, with regards to that discussion, as I said to you just off camera, it was interesting, but it was also eye-opening for me because I'd not heard two senior people in the marketing space talk the way you guys did. And it was the discussion was called the Sea of Sameness. Can you just give anyone that wasn't able to come here today and listen, just a bit of a snapshot from your perspective of what was discussed during that segment?
Sure. So to kick things off, I guess we sort of define the Sea of Sameness as this homogenization of product quality, of amenities, but also of marketing messaging and brand positioning. I think from an investment perspective, there's of course that drive for ADR and to position in the luxury space. And from a marketing capacity, you know, everyone's sort of driving towards that iconic, the curated, the authentic. And what it's resulted in is a sort of a very homogenous product in a lot of cases, but also homogenous ways of communicating. And so what we were trying to do is identify the key areas of that and basically quite brutally pulling it down. The words, and we did a LinkedIn poll ahead of this talk, which explored, you know, went out to a bunch of people, and authentic was the number one. Let's ban this from our dictionary for this year, which was just quite interesting because you could see a few sheepish faces in there, where clearly they were nodding. Authentic, curated within their website. So, and we then went through, I guess, a few examples of how to find a golden thread, which is that true point of differentiation that can then run through the operation, both from a product perspective, messaging perspective, and also across the personnel. Yeah,
fantastic. And again, it was one of those where, as you said, it was like brutal in the way that it was sort of presented, but it was received so well. Like everybody was like, yeah, that makes complete sense. And again, I'm not coming from a marketeer's perspective. I'm not sort of in that space, but the way that you and Newton were able to convey it and explain it, it was so easily digestible. And I said to you just before we started recording, I love talking to you because you're able to package it in a way that is easily taken in. And that is a skill in itself. So with regards to the day, obviously no vacancy, right? It's the first time it's ever been in London. How have you found it?
Really exciting. I've had a good walk around. I mean, you go to these things, having been in the industry for a while. My entire career, to be honest. You're constantly turning heads, and all the people that I enjoy seeing are all here, which is wonderful. And really buzzing, really interesting. I really like the fact that we've got, you know, theatres across the board, and there's a huge amount of choice of content, which is great. A lot of the the classic normal faces that you'd expect to see exhibiting, and to catch up with lots of old faces, but also some really interesting new ones as well, which is great.
I was going to say, I've seen some brands that I'd never even heard of before, and I was connected with people, and everyone's been so lovely and sort of coming over, and I'm like, I'm not a client, so and they're like, no, it doesn't matter, we'd love to talk to you, and I love that culture. I love it.
It is amazing.
Wow, what a day it's been at NoVacancy London 2026. It's been a day full of reconnecting with loads of my tech friends and partners in the industry. I've been able to meet a lot of new people, which I wasn't actually expecting. I was expecting to maybe have a chat with a couple of new people, but it's been so welcoming, so interesting to hear all these different tech solutions that in some cases I hadn't even heard of before. So that was a really cool thing today. Obviously the talks, and of course catching up with all my mates. I think NoVacancy nailed it this year, to be totally honest with you. It's been busy, it's been exciting, it's been new, and again the exhibitors, there's so many. So I think from Edwards and Finn, it's been an absolute pleasure being at NoVacancy 2026 in London, the first time ever, and we cannot wait to see you in the next episode. So for now, bye-bye.